What it is, friend of the show. Welcome to the program. Welcome to Two Men On. Welcome to Talk ABQ. But more importantly, welcome to Howie Sports Page on a Monday.
It is like a religious ceremony being here on Mondays.
It feels so good.
The Church of Howie's is open.
St. Howard's of the Liquid Redemption.
Yeah, there we go.
We are here at Howie Sports Page on the corner of Montgomery and Tramway for Monday Night Football. You know it's the place to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you're not in Albuquerque, New Mexico, thank you for joining us. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got to reach way beyond Howie Sports Page, and we appreciate you joining us however you join us, whether it's live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whether you're listening in the future from Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, or if you're on our new friends, the Believe Network, BLEAV.com. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out with us. We got a big weekend to recap. Had a lot of fun NFL weekend. It was an absolutely bonkers weekend. I myself, Van Nunley, going to cruise control this program every Monday from Howie Sports Page. We got GM of Howie's. You know him. You love him. He's got the voice of a GD Angel, Luke Markwith. And then our dude with us every Monday, young Jake Cassio. What's happening, my dude?
It's good to be back. I missed you last Monday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You took a week off. You okay? Everything okay?
Everything's good. You know, I was a little under the weather.
Oh, okay.
So to speak.
What, Did you have a little stomach bug?
No, I think I might have had one of those diseases that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, chlamydia.
Yes.
Did you catch something you can't wash off in the shower?
Yep, you nailed it.
Luke Markwith joining us on the program. Welcome back, Luke. We're here at Howie Sports Page. Luke, for the friends of the show who are unfamiliar of the game here at Howie Sports Page, what would you tell these fucking fools who have never seen Monday Night Football at Howie's? What's your elevator pitch to these guys?
You know, it's no gimmicks. It's an old school, genuine bar. It's not trying to be anything. It's a neighborhood bar. It's the people that make this place. It's just a big rectangular room.
Yeah.
But it's the people that make this place. We have amazing people on both sides of the bar, and you're not going to find a better crowd,
There's great people
vibe,
on both sides.
better vibe, better
just
kind of whole thing than Howie's. I mean, it's a pretty special place.
Free glizzies.
Free glizzies.
Yeah,
On
exactly.
Mondays, come on, you can't beat that.
Hot
Get
dogs,
fed.
giveaways
at halftime, free merch,
fellowship,
gift cards.
as Fred would say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fred.
camaraderie.
Oh, by the way, I'll just start with that.
Fred's not here.
Our boy Fred Slow, co-host of Two Men On, my hetero life mate. He is in Alaska. This is a fun fact.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll fill us all in on it next week, but he checked off his 50th state.
And Alaska was that.
Alaska was the last state. He's been to every state of the union, and Alaska was last.
So he's just on vacation. He didn't decide to, throw away his whole life and join a fishing boat.
I mean,
because that's my plan.
There's better options out there, but that's one of them.
That's like the best option to have.
Jake, I hate to tell you this, but guys your size on the boat are bait.
Yeah. That's why I want to just be in the back shucking oysters, man.
Shucking oysters or fishing oysters?
No,
you harvest.
You harvest oysters.
Yes.
Yeah. You just throw out a big old thing and wait for them to grow.
All right,
it's kind of like setting up outside of the bar at about 1:50.
Oh, yeah.
And then just set the net there, and as they come filtering out, you do a little parking lot pimping.
Yeah.
I do the same thing, but I do it at the clinic.
Well,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that work for you?
You know they put out
the old Jay and Silent Bob. The old Jay and Silent Bob. All I need to know, I learned from Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, that's a hell of a podcast right there.
Yes.
All right, let's just jump into it, boys. Crazy NFL weekend, and obviously the talk of the town and the talk of all of sports media, is the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys were 165-yard field goal away from being 0-3 right now.
Yeah.
The Cowboys suck.
It.
The Cowboys are dead. They made the biggest mistake of their life getting rid of Cooper Rush and continuing to start Dak.
Well, I mean, that's a bold statement.
I think
nothing against Cooper Rush. They just make it's hard to pinpoint the biggest mistake because there's just so many tremendous ones.
I mean, my boy Joe
Over the
Milton
years.
III is the new Cooper Rush.
No,
Yeah.
he's the better Cooper Rush.
I agree. Super.
They are also the same race because Cooper Rush is ginger, and gingers are African Americans now. Apparently.
That is correct. Yeah, I heard that.
So congratulations.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
As a ginger day walker, I get the best of both worlds. I'm mixed race.
I think it's ginger.
Strictly for my gingers.
Yeah, not hard R.
Gingers in Paris.
I had a blast with this Cowboys-Bears game, though, because I watched it with a truck driver from Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
And we just got to rag on the Cowboys together. And he was the most realistic Cowboys fan I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh, rare.
And he, in his spare time, when he's not driving trucks, he referees high school football games. So the entire game, every play that the Cowboys were on offense, he said, "Oh, that's a flag." But every time the Cowboys were on defense, they're like, "That's clearly legal."
Yes,
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I love this guy."
Oh, you're talking about a football fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's how I feel like every time I watch football. It's just like you could call a penalty every single play of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you know like what the actually officiating of football looks like and you're watching the game, like look, I know most people just want to see highlights. You just want to see deep passes. You want to see long runs. You want to see turnovers. You want to see big hits. I
want to
it.
see pitter patter and kick steps from the offensive line. That's what I want to see.
There you go.
Yeah.
You like to see get them hands up, get them inside. Like,
Inside, dude. Don't let them get them arms around you.
Jake never sees a big play. He only likes watching offensive linemen.
Yeah, I don't even know that the ball's thrown half the time. I'm just watching the trench. And then when they pan to the catch, I'm like, what are we doing? We're missing the good part.
Is this a indication of Caleb Williams and the Bears turning the corner, or is this just like Cowboys?
Well, it's easy to get right against that defense, especially with no Micah Parsons. They don't have an identity right now at all. But I think it's a little of both. I mean, Caleb Williams is finding a little more rhythm. They're putting him in a better position to succeed. It was a good rhythm of screen passes and run passes and over the middle stuff, and it was progressions and he's always pretty good for the first couple of drives when he's on the script.
Yeah.
As the script breaks down, so does his numbers. But again, we have to remember that for so long, guys were backups for 2, 3, 4 years before they got the starting job and learned to be pros and watched the offenses and grew into these things. And because we've seen a couple of special ones that can just go out and do it out of the gate, we expect that from so many. I mean,
90% of first-round quarterbacks fail.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Jones looks like a completely different guy this season.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you talking about
You mean
Indiana Jones?
Yeah,
let's go.
I mean, he looks like it's so much is system-based and the support around you and coaching and just a lot of things that getting a formula for success is not easy.
No, and I think...
And it's not universal.
And I think it also matters with your system. I mean, Caleb Williams has had 2 head coaches in his 2 years, 2 offensive coordinators, and nothing's been consistent for him, And
I think he's in a better position now with this coaching staff. And
for sure.
It's starting to show.
And his hands aren't as heavy because he's not painting his nails anymore.
Smart.
I think that's
smart.
a big part of it.
More aerodynamic.
Yeah. Well, and also the Bears defense.
Drag.
The Bears defense is falling apart too. And the fact that the Cowboys can even keep up with who they had a bunch of second string guys out there. It's a little, I think that speaks more volumes than how Caleb Williams performed.
Again, that crazy ass Cowboys Giants game, as entertaining as it was, is an indication of like how mid or worse the Cowboys are. Because you let the ghost of Russell Wilson throw for over 400 yards against you. And if it wasn't for the miracle leg of Brandon Aubrey, the Cowboys would be 0-3 right now.
Yeah.
And I'll remind you that no 0-3 team has ever made the NFL playoffs.
That is very true. But you know what? The Cowboys have 1 win.
Well, and they also have no CeeDee Lamb for a couple weeks. And
looks like
the offense
3 to 4 weeks.
Completely different without him out there. Pickens is not a separation guy. He
Pickens,
dropped that one interception was on Pickens completely.
And he's a diva.
Dak put it right where it needed to be on his hands, and it ricocheted right off into the defender's arm. So
it's only week 3, and he's throwing his helmet on the sideline already.
It's
a
rough.
mess. It's a mess in Dallas.
It's a giant mess, and there's only one person you can blame, and it's so easy to blame Dak Prescott, but he is low-hanging fruit. It's obviously the bad decision-making skills of Jerry fucking Jones.
Well, yeah, I mean, Dak's a good quarterback. Dak's not a $60 million quarterback, but I mean, nobody is.
Yeah.
Dak is. These losses are not on Dak.
Yeah.
Dak is playing to his level, to where he needs to
about
be.
my boy Black Kirk Cousins? Yeah, he's fine.
Dak
He's
is
fine.
playing where he needs to be. Like I said, that interception yesterday was 100% on Pickens. That hit him on his both hands in the stride, and it bounced right into the other. It just. But the fact is, again, it goes back to the poor decision making. If they would have signed Dak and CD both a year earlier, they save $30 million a year on the cap.
Yeah.
Then they could keep Parsons. Pay him what he.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad decisions. It's ego. It's we'll wait and see. It's like, no, if you have either you believe in it or you don't. If you do, lock it up early. If not, move on. Draft better.
There's only two things that I love, and it's drilling oil wells and winning football games.
Hey, Jerry, look, once you hit those wells, pay for your fucking players, dude.
Yeah.
Because if you had Micah Parsons, when Micah Parsons on the field, Cowboys are a top 3 defense. When he's gone, like you're seeing right now, they're one of the worst in the NFL.
Well, and here's the thing: is Jerry the one out there scouting the oil fields and deciding, this is where we're going to hit?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, no. Why? What does he do? He hires people that do that for a living.
That know what they're doing.
He hires people that know what they're doing and do that for a living. And it's very successful, and he's made a shit ton of money at it. Maybe you apply the same concept to your fucking football team.
Here's what I do. I got a giant map of Texas, and I got a handful of darts. Yeah. And I just throw them right at Lubbock. And, wherever they land, that's where I drill. It's a brilliant idea. It's genius.
Well, the only time Jerry Jones has ever been right about proving his ego, was with Barry Switzer. That was the only time that he got an ego move right. Because he said anybody can win a Super Bowl with this roster, which was constructed by Jerry but coached by Jimmy.
The roster was constructed by Jimmy.
Yeah, it's all Jimmy.
Jimmy came. So you have to understand that the reason that team was built so well, Jimmy was coming out of college football. Everybody in that draft everybody in the next 2-3 draft classes, he had recruited them out of high school.
Yeah. Right.
Whether they all went to Miami or not, he knew every single player in that draft better than anybody else did because he had recruited them out of high school.
Sure.
He had watched them through college. He knew where to find talent in the 6th round. He knew where to find late sleepers, and that's why he constructed that team the way he did. And the fact is that when everybody was talking about the great team he constructed, it killed Jerry.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't the great team that Jerry constructed. It was the great team that Jerry paid for.
Yeah, true.
But he didn't construct it. It's like, be happy with the fact that you have a Super Bowl. They could have won 3 more Super Bowls.
I think they would have won 5 in a row.
They could have won 3 more Super Bowls over the next 6 years.
Exactly that. If he would have just been Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
Let his GM do his job. Let his coach do his job. Just go to the massage parlor, get some HJs, relax.
Bring the massage parlor to you.
Yeah. Let the professionals do their job. We'd be talking about the Cowboys right now, like we're talking about Brady and Belichick's Patriots.
Yeah.
If he would have just backed off like he does in his oil company, like you said, Luke, we'd be talking about the Cowboys in a different echelon in all of sports.
He's not out there sniffing around West Texas soil.
Yeah, and even Arkansas, that's his afterthought now. I mean, look at where Arkansas is these days. It's kind of been a laughing stock of the SEC other than Vanderbilt, but Vanderbilt's competing better than they are now.
And Jerry Jones had the sheer audacity to be asked about the gaping hole where Micah Parsons used to be. And it's like,
well, we got these Packer picks. If we could use them to get a special kind of player, like a game changer, we'll use them. You got rid of the special player to acquire these picks and a defensive lineman. What the fuck are you talking about, Jerry?
I don't think
you
Micah
got rid
being
of the guy.
gone is that impactful, though. I think Micah Parsons was a selfish stat padding kind of player, and he wasn't a team guy; he was an eye guy.
But whether eye guy or not, he drew enough attention that everybody else's job was easier, and he was the identity of that defense. I mean, Diggs 2 years ago with him and Diggs, when Diggs was picking off everything, it was because Micah underneath and different things. Diggs looks terrible. I mean, he's never.
Yeah,
I mean, he gambled too much, and that's why he got so many of those picks in the first place. But,
it's fucking cliche, but no I in team, but an I in win. Yeah. And Micah Parsons won a lot of games
Yeah.
for you when he's on the field for the Cowboys.
Well, and you watch in specific plays where the quarterback rolls out and buys that extra time or gets that first down with his feet. Russell Wilson did it a couple of times last week that don't happen if Micah Parsons is out there. You watch key plays in the game go a different way than they would have, and it's easy to draw that comparison that, like, well, with him out there, that's a different story.
Well, Micah Parsons didn't look that good for the Green Bay Packers, though, yesterday.
Well, I mean, both the defenses look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Both the offenses look terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to figure out how much of that was just
hard segue, and thank you, Jake.
Yeah.
Now, my opinion on that is it was all the Browns' defense.
Well, the Browns' defense was.
They played their asses off.
Yeah.
Like, they played inspired, like literally inspired.
Well, they were also led by one of the most elite quarterbacks in the league. And, when you got that behind you, the defense is going to have some juice.
Waka Waka Flacco, Waka Flocka Flame.
Yeah.
The ageless wonder, Joe Flacco, who did just enough to win another football game.
Yeah. That's literally how he got a Super Bowl. He did just enough. That's all you need to do in football. It doesn't matter if it's by 1 inch or, 100 yards.
I've also never seen a Sunday afternoon where you could argue maybe 4 different games. The special teams was the MVP.
Oh,
wild, right?
Special teams, special players, man.
Literally, it was a special teams day. There was kick returns, punt returns, punt blocks, kick blocks, return. I mean, it was a special day.
You're looking at an upset over the Eagles if it wasn't for special teams.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking at special teams and defense and, Packers Browns that we're talking about now. Like, there's so many examples of, like,
Jets Bucks came down to the wire.
Yeah, they blocked the field goal, returned it.
There's actually 3 phases to this game.
Yeah.
Not 1, not 2, but 3. And, like, the good ones actually make a difference.
Well, the Falcons didn't know that there were any phases to the game when they were playing, man. That was a rough one to watch.
Yeah, that was hard to watch, man.
I mean, again, you talked about is this Caleb Williams turning a corner? You watch that game, it looked like Bryce Young turned a corner. You know what I mean? But it's the level of competition. I don't know what happened with Atlanta.
I mean, we could look at, like, bigger picture stuff, and again, I'll use the word cliche again and spit out another cliche. Any given Sunday.
No, yeah.
Like, these are all professional athletes. These are all the best players in the world, all playing against each other. And sometimes the team that Vegas says is plus 7.5, those teams are going to win every once in a while.
Well, yeah. And there's a difference between winning and a 30-0 trouncing. Like, an offense that had looked pretty good, a team that looked like it was making some real strides, just shit the bed.
So it's hard to say, like, exactly, like, the hierarchy of rankings. It's hard to say the exact Rushmore, but I personally believe that Bijan Robinson is the most talented running back in the NFL.
Oh, easily.
I think all of his metrics, like his skill set, like the way he can affect a game, he's number 1. For a team to have that kind of weapon and score 0 points, it's a bigger problem.
Yesterday, it looked like Jonathan Taylor turned back the clock and was that guy again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But with Atlanta, they have so much talent on that field, both sides of the ball, and it's crazy how incompetent they've been.
They've never figured out how to use Pitts. They've never figured. I mean, they're not doing enough with Bijan.
Drake London,
London.
Yeah. And, Michael Penix, he is pretty savvy. He just wasn't this Sunday.
Yeah.
Hey, Bijan Robinson, 13 carries, 72 yards, 5.5 per carry.
Yeah, why is it
5 receptions, 39 yards, 7.8 yards per reception? Obviously, they got shut out, so it's 0 tutties for this guy. Why doesn't he have 30 carries and 10 receptions?
Yeah, 25 carries, 15 targets. I mean, the guy needs to be involved on 35 to 40 plays a game.
100%. How is your whole offense not going through this guy?
Yeah.
And then once they start keying on Bijan Robinson, then spread it out. Every single game for the Atlanta Falcons should start and eventually end with Bijan Robinson.
Yep.
And I'm not just saying that because I have him in 3 fantasy leagues, but yes, please start.
How many letters have you sent to the Falcons front office?
A few strongly worded emails, Jake. It's been, I've used some expletives like we can finally use on this fucking program.
I know, right? It freaks me out too every time you curse now. Stop.
What did he say?
What are you doing?
Dan, stop it.
But what's crazy though too is this is going to be the year of the running back because of there's always momentum changes.
Didn't look like it yesterday for the most part.
Yeah, but everyone's playing high shell safety. Wide receiver numbers were down last year and running back numbers were up, and it's going to be the same trend this year. And so when you have a guy like Bijan or something like that, don't throw the ball 36 times.
Yeah.
Run the ball 36 times. So
play off of that.
Yeah,
sure.
run the damn ball.
If you're a passing offense, you got to have like the Chiefs kind of vibe where you got 2 or 3 guys and you got different packages and you play off of your strengths, you spread it out and you use your playbook. But like if you got a guy like Bijan, like look what the Eagles did. Look what the Ravens did last year. Like you got one of those dudes, use the guy.
Yeah, I mean the Eagles aren't getting the same kind of production out of Saquon this year. The Chiefs are getting Mahomes is their leading rusher.
Yeah.
Wild.
Like, that's a huge problem.
Well, Isaiah Pacheco's coming back from a major injury.
Yeah, but I mean, that whole offense has lost a step.
Yeah.
And it's just not as dynamic and not, you see Andy Reid chest bumping Travis Kelce on the sidelines last night.
Yeah.
It just
that's 3 weeks in a row, right?
That they've
3
had
weeks in a row that Travis Kelce and Andy Reid have gotten into it.
And it started from last year
in
too.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This uppity bitch, Travis Kelce, gets engaged to a billionaire, and he thinks he could tell his coach what to do? Like, dude, come on. You're just a tight end, bro. You're like a 40-year-old tight end. Chill out. Andy Reid knows what he's doing.
Well, it's frustration boiling over on both of their parts because it's that whole thing, you can still see what you need to do. You just can't quite execute it. It's like, you lose a few miles an hour on the fastball and, it's not the same.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the argument wasn't even about the play on the field. Andy Reid's just upset there's not a cheeseburger bar at the wedding. It's like, Travis, I thought I told you that we gotta have unlimited cheeseburgers at your wedding. I'm not going.
Well, he's probably
come on, coach. You're my coach. You're my number one dude. You got to come to my wedding, man. Taylor asked specifically. You're at the good table.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Giants trolled the fans last night.
Uh-huh.
They started playing a Taylor Swift song, and then it was like the Taylor cam, and it's going around the stadium, and all of a sudden it panned in on Lawrence Taylor
smoking a cigar, like in like the 300 level.
Yeah. He's leveled down back to cigars.
Yeah,
that's good. You told me he's hitting the pipe on the sideline. That'd be a different story.
I think he's reformed now.
I hope so.
I know Michael Irvin isn't.
I hope so.
I don't know if you got any video of Michael Irvin over the weekend at Miami. But they have a tradition where they crank like a siren on the sidelines, and literally, Irvin is covered in sweat. Like the game hasn't even started.
It's Miami, humidity.
It's Miami,
right?
Yeah, give him a break.
And that man is cranking the alarm like as if like World War III is about to happen.
Well.
But not yet. Maybe he's warning us.
He a little marching powder. He run that bell really hard.
Hey, it worked back in the 1940 for a guy.
Yeah. Well, that's methamphetamines.
Yeah,
and how well did it really work?
Yeah. It worked really well for a while.
In France.
France and Poland work great.
The fact that you have
Russia,
to say
not so
by
much.
a guy all these years later means it didn't work as well.
Yeah, for sure. And again, this is the uncensored version of Two Men On.
I don't want to give him any credit.
Say Hitler.
I don't want to give him credit.
Yeah.
He's like Voldemort, man.
The poor Bengals. The poor Bengals. They just cannot have nice things.
Well,
it is so sad.
You say poor Bengals. I say the Bengals are on the up and up because Jake Browning is out. And Jameis Winston is going to be the next Bengals quarterback. And he's going to be free from the hellscape of the New York Giants. And redemption will be happening.
It's an upgrade.
God, I hope so. Like, there's so many better options than Jake Browning. No offense to Jake Browning and the Browning family. Like
at this point, bringing back Browning Nagel might be
like a Southern grandma would say. Bless your little heart.
Yeah.
Bless your little heart, Jake. You're trying so hard.
He's out there running around trying hard with all those big boys.
You're not that guy, dude. You're there for like an emergency Band-Aid in one game. you're not like a fill-in backup quarterback when the guy is hurt. The Bengals absolutely 100% have to make a move this week, whether it's Jameis Winston, one of the veteran Giants quarterbacks, Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson, or dare I say, number 3 on the depth chart of the Cleveland Browns, not Deshaun Watson. Don't look at me like that, Jake. Shadur Sanders.
Yeah.
Like, give one of these guys a chance. You got to put somebody competent to throw the ball to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Yeah.
And it would be a short move for him.
Yeah, just right down the street.
Yeah.
It's just right there. You know how big Ohio is? It's like from Albuquerque to Santa Fe. That's the whole state of Ohio.
I mean, you saw the
pretty
difference
much.
yesterday with backup quarterbacks. I mean, Mariota went out for Washington and looked fantastic and kept them right where they need to be until Jaden Daniels gets back. Whereas this is like, that looks like a competent, like, okay, that's the kind of guy they need to go out and find.
Yeah.
Because Browning is not that guy.
No,
Well,
there's
it's
no way.
great. Browning looked awesome when he had to come in for Joe Burrow, but that's also because he probably didn't have to prepare that whole week. He was kicking back, chilling. He got in his zone. He was just blank out there. And then he had to actually look at the playbook and study a little bit, and it was too overwhelming.
Well, there's
for him.
also that kind of adrenaline in the moment when something like that happens. The team kind of gels for the rest of that game, and everybody's, we got to go out and win this one for Joe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, exactly.
And the next week, it's like, all right, now the pressure's on you.
Yeah.
Like he's coming into a pressure-free situation. You're coming in, the guy just got knocked out. Everybody's like, oh no. And the team's like, all right, we get gels and solidifies for that game. But come Monday, it's like, okay, now it's on you, big boy. Let's go.
Well, the Bengals gave half their salary cap to 2 wide receivers who have really done nothing this season. And that shows on their offensive line and their defense. They were crippled yesterday.
You've seen what it's not the greatest example in the world because there's the haves and the have-nots. But you've seen what the Chiefs have done with Patrick Mahomes. They have invested in the defense. They've invested in the offensive line, and it's kind of just like great game plan by Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes being elite. It doesn't matter who's the wide receiver of the Kansas City Chiefs. The Bengals should have took that attitude. You don't want to get rid of a guy like Jamar Chase. I get it. But instead of paying Jamar Chase number 1 in the NFL money and then paying T. Higgins number 2 in the NFL money, buy 3 or 4 fucking offensive linemen for your franchise quarterback. Because it doesn't matter how talented Joe Burrow is throwing to – it doesn't matter how talented Jamar Chase is. If you can't protect him, you're going to be in this exact same situation you were 2 years ago when Joe Burrow got hurt again.
Yeah.
Like, protect the guy.
No.
Either Joe Burrow has time to throw and can throw a beautiful football to anybody, any competent NFL wide receiver, or you have elite wide receivers, and Joe Burrow's on his back 11 yards deep in the backfield.
Yeah, and they're just going out there and getting some cardio work in.
Just
But
jogging.
I will say after this Vikings game, I'm going to be putting a little chunk of cheddar down on Carson Wentz comeback player of the year. Because the Vikings play their next 2 games in Ireland and London. J.J. McCarthy's not going to play for those games, so Carson Wentz, we get him for at least 2 more games. He's going to go undefeated overseas. He's going to bring that momentum back to the United States, and he's going to be the starter for the rest of the year.
Let me ask you a fucking question, Jacob. What color hair does Carson Wentz have?
Well, I believe he is your ginger.
Who's going to play his fucking balls off in Ireland?
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to play his balls off in London? Carson Wentz is.
And he's playing Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is a tried and true patriot. So,
Everybody hates Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, even the Irish.
Yeah, even the Irish hate Aaron Rodgers, unless you're a big Irish ayahuasca guy. Hey, before we move on from Vikings, Bengals, Isaiah Rodgers, cornerback. You're probably learning this guy's name for the first time in real time right now, unless you're watching the game.
I have 2
Had the single best football game for a cornerback in the history of the NFL.
2 touchdowns, right?
A touchdown return from an interception, touchdown return from a fumble, another fumble forced, another fumble recovery, multiple passes deflected. This guy was on one. It was insane to watch.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm a big, free shout out right now. I'm a big red zone guy. on Sundays unless you're here at
Yeah,
Howie
Howie's,
Sports Page,
because it is red zone.
because you got
Yeah.
you got every single game
Yeah.
wrapped around you. But when I'm watching football at the house, like I'm a red zone guy. Like I want to see all the big plays, and it's like every 3 minutes, it's another Isaiah Rodgers highlight.
And you know what's even crazier about Isaiah Rodgers being like a nobody? He played at UMass and he had a game
Yeah.
like that, you know? No, I've never
Yeah.
heard of a single player from UMass being in the NFL, let alone having a career day like that.
I brutally honest, like I follow the league. Like I know the league.
Uh-huh.
I know ball.
You're a ball knower?
Isaiah Rodgers. I'm sorry. I didn't know your game.
I was
brother.
unaware of your game, brother.
Oh my goodness. Dude, he balled the fuck out. That was wildly impressive.
And I want to give a props to Jordan Mason for his game as well too.
Oh, is he in your flex and fantasy?
He
that
is.
what?
You know, it's 16,
Yeah.
16 carries for 116 yards, man. 2 tutties. It's a 7.2 average right there, man.
Somebody's got to do it for
Yeah.
that team.
R.I.P. Aaron Jones Sr.
The Rams were dominating the Eagles until like the last 10 minutes of the game. It looks like the
Special
Rams.
teams.
It looked like there was Rams are like stepping out. This is their game. This is their step out game. They're going to be a force until the Eagles are like, no, wait, hold on. I forgot. I forgot for a second. We're the Eagles.
Yeah, right? And Jalen Carter was like, okay, I'm awake now.
Well, and they did it in, like I said, a different fashion. It was not that run first, pound the ball. I mean, they got AJ Brown involved finally, and
Yeah.
he put down his book long enough to make a few big plays. And
Yeah, Jalen Hurts actually was able to throw the ball.
yeah, I mean, Saquon's struggling this year. I mean,
Yeah.
his averages are way down. He just doesn't look the same. I mean, it's the Madden cover. It's
Yeah.
say what you will, but
Madden curse. They're stacking the box. They're
They're
cheating on
tush
the tush
pushing.
push.
Yeah. Oh, they're cheating hard on the tush push,
They're-
man.
More and more every week, they just inch the offensive linemen on the Philadelphia Eagles just go 1 inch closer every single week in the NFL above that ball.
Or half of them go 1 inch back because no one's lined up properly.
Is it, you know how like Major League Baseball was like, all right, we're not making pitchers throw 4 straight balls to people anymore. You can just take the base.
yeah.
The NFL has to start doing that to the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, oh, you got 3rd and 1, you just get a first down.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to get anybody hurt.
You're going to get it out of
You can
one
just
of the
have-
two
You
next
can
plays.
just have a first down.
Yeah.
You can just have it, dude, because no one's going to stop you. Number one, you're incredible at it.
And nobody's
Number
going to
two,
stop you twice
You
for
are
sure.
incredible at cheating at it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they've been getting off the ball earlier and earlier. You watched last week when there's some of those down the side, down the line
Yeah.
views. You're
Yes.
seeing the guys going a split second early.
Yeah.
And
It's like instead of like the offensive line like moving at once on the snap, it's like a wave.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like you go tackle, guard, center. It's just like a
It's
little
like
wave going
Tap
through.
and then go, and then tap and then it's like, brrr.
I think if they're going to keep the tush push around, they should change it that only one guy can do the pushing and everybody else has to do the blocking. Instead of having, 5 guys behind Jalen Hurts.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, just one guy.
They
Like a modified QB sneak.
They have the cameras. There's a camera right
It's
on top
happened
of
before. It was Matt Leinart on Reggie Bush.
them. They got the cameras right above you. Like they can see it in real time. Like the booth can't just like go right into the ref's ear and be like, "Oh, he's 2 helmets offsides."
Yeah.
like he's 2 helmets into the
Yeah,
neutral
well,
zone.
and because it has been a great addition with that automatic replay or what are they
Yeah.
calling it?
Yes.
Where it doesn't even go to the booth. If it's that
Yes.
automatic that they can see it, they just fix it right there.
Yeah. I mean, you have to start doing it in real time because I think it's like a bitch move that the NFL is like trying to outlaw the tush push. If you do it within the confines of the rules,
Yeah.
like cool. Like, yeah, congratulations. Like it's an illegal NFL play. But if your whole offensive line is like lining up in the neutral zone, like, no, you can't do it. If people are firing off false starts every single tush push, like start enforcing it. Like make it really hard for them and then have some like legit concrete regulations on that one play. And then Eagles go crazy. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
But if you're like doing the tush push every single 1 or 2 yard play and you're cheating, you got to start policing it.
They're not doing that on purpose. They have an agenda. The big boys upstairs have an agenda, and it's they want the Eagles to be a successful football team. And without that little tush-push leniency, the Eagles would not have the record that they have right now.
Jake, I know you're a big Bills guy, but if I looked at your face and I looked at your mustache, I'd be like,
He's an Eagles
dude,
fan.
He's a fucking Eagles fan. This guy's an Eagles fan, dude, for sure.
I'm just the more polite version.
And I didn't even mention your behavior. Like, you have the behavior of an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I just don't have the shit talking. I like to keep it light and fun. I don't like to go after personal attacks.
From the chat, friend of the show, Hank, yes, the Glizzies will be ready tonight at Howie's Sports Page.
I believe they're actually already out.
Bring an empty tum-tum for some free Glizzies at Howie's. Again, we're at Howie's Sports Page like we are every Monday, having a blast here. Place is going to be packed. Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football don't always get the best games. Tonight's going to be an absolute banger. We'll talk about it later in the program once we wrap up the weekend. But Howie Sports Page is obviously the place to be for Monday Night Football. A big battle happened in the AFC West with the upstart Broncos and the surging Chargers. It seems like they're both legit.
Oh, yeah. Sean Payton is a good coach, okay?
He is, but I will say that upstart is the right word because they can't up finish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is they have let two
Choked.
games get away that they should not. I mean, that's uncharacteristic of a Sean Payton team. They have straight up blown 2 games in a row.
I mean, I'm as little as I'm disinterested in Sean Payton as a human being, as a football coach. Like, gotta give the guys flowers
for sure.
Like, he does so much with so little, and he's been doing it forever. I don't think Bo Nix is that guy. I don't think he's that guy. But in Sean Payton's system, he's making him look like Drew Brees.
Well, I think Bo Nix can be the guy. I just don't think he's surrounded by the guys. All he's got really around him is Cortland Sutton.
He's a dude.
Yeah, and then everybody else, I mean, you can give Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims some props here and there or whatever, but they were real quiet yesterday.
Yeah.
Marvin Mims had 1 catch for 4 yards, and Troy Franklin had 2 catches for 8 yards, Everybody else, literally the entire offense was Cortland Sutton and J.K. Dobbins, and J.K. Dobbins hasn't been healthy ever.
He'll get hurt. So, I mean, there's got to be more to your team than one talented running back who he's going to be scratched a few weeks this year.
And then, I mean, the saving grace for the Broncos is their defense. Really, that's it. Cortland Sutton, Bo Nix, and the Broncos defense.
Yeah, and the defense hasn't really even looked where we thought it would be.
And I think the Chargers, though, are a lot more real than they have ever been. And I think Justin Herbert is going to be that guy this year.
Well, you talk about coaches that favorite people, but get their flowers, and there's Harbaugh right there.
There's another one.
I mean,
yeah,
the guy is he wins everywhere he goes. He's getting the most out of Herbert. He's coming into the season, I thought it was going to be a much more run heavy offense there.
Yeah,
and they're airing it out.
Yeah, he's giving Herbert a little more freedom and letting him loose, and then it's working.
And Quentin Johnson can actually catch a ball now.
And the timeless Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Keenan Allen keeps doing that damn thing.
Just timeless. Back where he belongs in San Diego.
Quentin Johnson, who, like, for the last 2 years, we're calling him a bust, looks like that dude now.
I will say, though, Jim Harbaugh is the definition of consistency. Not only does he wear the same pair of khakis and the same white button-up shirt and drink the same glass of milk every day for breakfast, but what he does on the football field, too, is it translates from his normal day-to-day life. It's consistency, and they're sticking to their game plan.
Programs are better the second he gets there, and they are worse the minute he leaves.
Yeah. Look at Michigan now.
Yeah.
They almost lost to Matt Rule's Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean, it's and they're still Michigan. They're still going to get recruits. They're still going to be good, but they are not the team that
they couldn't beat the spread against Albuquerque's beloved UNM Lobos.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said right there. Like, I've always been a Justin Herbert guy just for the fact that the skill set's there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you draw up an NFL quarterback, size, smarts, cannon of an arm, he's got legs, he can read a defense. he's got it all. You can check all the boxes off on Justin Herbert, but he always chokes in the big game. He never comes through in the fourth quarter when you really need him, whether it's a division rival or if it's in the playoffs. He's never done it, but it seems like he's finally got that confidence. He's finally seems like a more than competent NFL quarterback. And I mean, there's the only answer that I have. It's actually Harbaugh doing it.
Yeah, straight up. Jim, good job.
Attaboy, Jimmy.
Attaboy, Jim.
Attakiddo, Jim.
Now,
Jim.
I think, though, if these Chargers were still in San Diego, I think Jim would be a little bit more in vacay mode. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because San Diego is the Midwest of California.
Ooh, okay. Hot take right there.
It's more relaxing. LA's like that big yuppie city life. Jim Harbaugh don't like that.
Well, San Diego's the exact same as LA.
But
without
cooler.
Hollywood.
Yeah, but way cooler.
But San Diego has seals.
With Republicans. They have Republicans in San Diego. That's the difference.
I will tell that to Arnold. There's no Republicans in Los Angeles.
You know, I think he spends most of his time outside of LA County.
He's doing his best to make more every chance he gets.
Absolutely. Oh, and the Jets almost shock the Buccaneers.
I was more impressed with Aaron Glenn running down the sideline.
Dude, you beat me to it, Jake. Aaron Glenn was a dude when he was a player. He was a dude when he was a coach for the Lions, and he's a dude now that he's a coach for the Jets. They are rallying around this guy. He's just like Dan Campbell 2.0 with some melanin.
Yeah,
and they love him.
No, and
in
Justin
New Jersey.
Fields, I've always wanted to see do well and rooted for. He's getting a chance and looking a little better.
You mean Tyrod Taylor?
Well, Tyrod too. Oh yeah, I forgot that. I didn't get to watch much of that game yesterday, but I forgot Tyrod was in there. But I want to see Fields succeed, and I want to see that whole Jets team succeed.
They
better for the league when they're better.
They can almost beat mediocre teams. And that's a lot better than they were last year.
You're powerless when you're going up against the Mayfield Magic. I mean, Baker Mayfield is the truth. I'm screaming from the rooftops. I'm a huge Baker Mayfield fan. I'm rooting for Baker always. He is just keeps finding ways.
1 minute is too much time for Baker Mayfield.
No, it is.
I think he likes being down.
Yeah.
He likes the pressure. He's got to play with the chip on his shoulder. Yeah, and that's when he's lights out.
He certainly doesn't shrink in the moment. He just is.
And man, is he lucky to have Emeka Goku or Go? I can't say his name to save my life. Emeka double E. We got to work on a nickname for this guy. Double E Emeka Goku.
Maybe Easy double E.
Yeah, Easy E.
There we go. I believe it's Abuka.
Yeah, E major. I like that.
That's really good. All right, we've been skipping around a lot, so let's just continue that. Back to the Falcons. Michael Penix Jr., your guy.
Yeah.
Jake, your guy.
The man. I almost wore his jersey today.
Michael, you should have. Michael Penix Jr. is 0-4 in his career when the opposition scores more than 7 points. That's a wild stat.
Unless you're on the 85 Bears,
there's no way.
There's
no way. Yeah, if Penix Jr. was the quarterback for the 0-1 Ravens, he'd be really good.
He's only played 6 games in his whole career in the NFL now?
No.
He's got time. Also, I think Arthur Smith or whoever's coaching the Falcons down there is not the guy.
Oh, it's obvious that he's not the guy.
Yeah. You know who they need to give a call to, in my personal opinion? Bill O'Brien. Was that? Yeah.
Or any competent offensive coordinator. You have all the tools right there. It's just right there.
Yeah.
I'll go back to it. You got Bijan Robinson. You got Drake London, both elite NFL players. You got the underutilized Kyle Pitts that, I didn't draft him in fantasy this year, but he's going to turn it around someday.
I have him on one of my 8 teams. I have had him for every year of his career, and this is the most result-driven season I've had from him.
We're realizing now that half the reason that Penix was drafted in so many fantasy leagues was just for team names.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Why do you think
I'm gonna suck, but I'm gonna have the coolest team name in the league?
Yeah. Why do you think I drafted Jackson Smith and Jigba around early? Come on, dude. All right, let's revisit like Packers Browns.
Okay.
And I talked about it a little bit earlier. If any given Sunday, blah blah blah, they're at home in Cleveland. You got to deal with Myles Garrett and an above-average defense. But Packers got a lot of heat in the media. When I say the media, I mean people like us three who are talking heads talking about sports. But if you go 2-1, like the Packers are right now, you make the playoffs. If you go 2-1 out of every 3 games, congratulations, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're going to lose some of these games throughout the course of an NFL season. Sometimes coaches just get out coached. Sometimes on one day, they're just better than you.
Sometimes you're a little more tired from the week before.
Sure.
Yep. And I
Sounds
don't
like a healthy dose of Packers fan rationalization.
Oh, yeah.
The Packers are fine.
I'm an objective, reasonable human being. Luke, don't yell at me in front of my friends. Jordan Love did not look like that dude. Like dink and dunk, made a bunch of really short passes.
They're going to be fine. They have a really good team. It scares you against a really good defense.
The fear of Myles Garrett, I understand. Yeah. He tried to kill a guy. He took off a dude's helmet and tried to kill him with it. That's the best street cred an NFL player can ever have.
Yeah.
He tried to kill a guy. That's like the Happy Gilmore stuff.
Yeah,
it's like he took his skate off and tried to stab a guy. That's Myles Garrett is Happy Gilmore.
I'm not sure he tried to stab him for the same reasons.
Sure, for sure.
I mean, it was hockey after all.
One is rage and anger, and the other one is a different reason.
Yeah, if Mason Rudolph was ugly, I would swing at him.
Oh,
too.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's exactly why it was. Seahawks beat the shit out of the Saints.
I didn't even know that game was
We'll
happening.
skip right past that one.
Yeah.
The 49ers once again eked one out at the very end. They got a great coach. They got a bunch of great skill players
on IR.
Mac Jones. The emotion of, did you guys see this? The emotion of Mac Jones at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Just winning a football game. No matter how many more football games he plays, he poured his heart and soul into that game.
Just getting a chance to play again.
Yeah.
It was huge. So you got, boys. Hey, I'm a softie. Your boy Van, he's a little emotional.
You're an emotional creature.
I'm empathetic. Yeah. But when I saw Mac Jones, at the end of the game, just melt when that field goal went through the uprights, I was almost brought a tear to your boy's eye. It was adorable. Absolutely adorable.
Yeah, but I think the Cardinals blew that more so than anything.
That took you're right on it, man.
Marvin Harrison literally had 2 hands with no one around him for 10 yards and couldn't catch that ball.
Careful how you talk about the Harrisons.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
we don't.
Just saying.
Oh, we don't want any of the Harrisons coming to Howie's sports page tonight.
No,
shooting us up.
They're going to be
allegedly.
They're going to be in trouble without James Conner.
I said allegedly.
James Conner's underrated and is a huge part of that team, and they're going to struggle to find somebody to fill that spot.
Well, we'll see what I saw. Trey Benson is their running back too, and they're asking about it, and he's like, "I don't really have a choice." Yeah, pretty much. He was like, "I don't really have a choice in this. I guess I'll be ready to be the running back one."
Yeah, there was a couple other running backs went down last night. Tracy in New York, and he immediately didn't look like he was coming back. And
Cam Scatterbo time.
No, yes, dude. Every time he got the ball, the crowd went nuts. Yeah. There was somebody else that got injured too. That
Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, Cam Skeetaboo is going to sell so many jerseys.
Oh yeah,
Skeetaboo. He's going to sell so many jerseys now. He was the offense. They're the Giants. Once Tracy went down, kind of before, during, and after, but especially after, they were treating Cam the way the Arizona State Sun Devils used to treat him when he was on the field. Just keep giving him the ball.
Find ways to get him the ball.
It's just a lot more Italian now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I want a Cam Scatabo jersey, and I don't even think he's Italian or has anything to do with it, but he just screams.
Oh, you're going to claim him?
Yeah, we're claiming
Like
him.
Christopher Columbus, you're just going to claim him?
He was an Italian. Okay, he sailed for the Portuguese and the Spanish because the Italians were poor at the time. Okay,
Okay.
they didn't care about exploring back then.
If you like it, I love it, baby. I believe you. I believe you.
Okay, and St. Patrick was an Italian too.
That one's true.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As an Irishman, I'll give you that one.
You know, I found out I'm 10% Irish.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one kind of stung a little deep for me.
Okay. This very offensive. I'm sitting right
Yeah.
here, Jake.
But it's because every St. Patrick's Day I've made it a big deal to say, oh, I'm not Irish, I'm Italian. That I wear only Italian green on St. Patrick's Day. So that's kind of, I'm sure Cam Scatabo's going through that right now.
Who do you celebrate on Indigenous Peoples Day now? Frank Sinatra?
You mean Italian American Pride Day?
Who's Martin Scorsese? Like, who's your guy that day now?
Joe Torre.
Joe Torre.
The Jaguars eked one out. My beautiful, beloved Jaguars and my beautiful, beloved Easter Island quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, eked one out against the Texans. What happened?
Texans are in trouble.
What happened to
are.
CJ Stroud?
I don't know.
What happened to this human being?
Well,
He was a top 5 quarterback recently.
Yeah.
I think, everything shifted when he little broed Caleb Williams when they played against each other last year.
Ooh, that's the before and after.
Yeah. So before that happened, CJ Stroud had like 3,600 passes and like 5 interceptions. Since that's happened, he has like 800 less yards than his rookie year and 10 more interceptions.
Yeah.
I think Caleb Williams took all of CJ Stroud's powers.
Oh, man.
They monstered him.
I think, is CJ Stroud dating a Kardashian? Did this happen?
No, if Micah Parsons is a Kardashian all of a sudden.
Did CJ Stroud, like, is he dating some kind of social media influencer or something? Like, what led to CJ Stroud's demise? Because the last season and a half, he looked like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL that's not Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, or Lamar Jackson.
I really thought Houston was going to make some strides this year.
Same.
I thought they were going to be in the mix. 11-6 kind of a.
Well, I mean, they're missing Stephon Diggs for sure. They're definitely missing Tank Dell, who probably might never.
Stephon Diggs isn't missing much.
No.
Yeah.
He's not missing paternity tests, that's for sure.
Hey, congratulations, Stephon Diggs. Cardi B is a baddie.
Yeah. And then 2 days later, having another baby.
Not his problem.
Who's Stephon Diggs' favorite all-time NFL player?
Cromartie.
Antonio Cromartie.
100%.
There's so many babies. There's so many babies.
Well, Tyreek's not far off.
Yeah, Tyreek might take the throne.
And I think his are in closer succession.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs is trying to have more babies than Cowboys Nation. There's so many babies. So many little crybabies.
But with the Texans though, their downfall is their offensive line.
You think
There's CJ Stroud doesn't have any time to throw the ball, and he's getting eaten up. He's literally Trayvon Walker on the Jaguars and Josh Allen Hines. That's it. That's all the Jaguars defensive line is, and CJ Stroud looked like a chump against them. And it's not like, I mean, Josh Allen Hines is, pretty legit just because of his name.
I think losing his best friend Tank Dell, like that might have been a turning point too. Because if he's just like feeding the ball to his best friend in the slot, it's going to open up Nico on the other side. So there's a lot of X's in the equation of being a successful NFL football team, but there is something rotten in Houston, and they got to figure it out, or they're done ski for the year. Like I see CJ Stroud, like just like I describe a lot of NFL quarterbacks. Like I was describing Justin Herbert earlier. Like he's got all of it. CJ Stroud can do literally everything you need to do on a football field. He's just not doing it.
Yeah, because he spent too much time doing Bleacher Report with with his boyfriend Michael Parsons.
All right, there you go. There it comes down to that.
Yeah, really, he did nothing to prepare for this season.
All right, Jake, here's your turn. The floor is yours.
All right.
All right, we'll jump all the way back to Thursday.
Nice.
Okay. Your beloved, the only team in New York, as far as I'm concerned. Your beloved Buffalo Bills easily defeated the Dolphins. It wasn't as close as the score indicated.
Yeah.
It also wasn't as landslide as it should have been.
No.
Yeah.
I think, though, conspiracy time, I think the Bills did that on purpose so that Mike McDaniel keeps his job.
Kept it close?
Yeah, keep it close. Let Mike McDaniel have a little juice. Let Tua and Tyreek think, oh, we could still compete in this league, and we could still believe in the coaching of Mike McDaniel, who was an offensive genius 2 years ago, who can't do anything now to save his life.
Especially a press conference.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I don't want to joke around about this, but like mental health is very real. Addiction is very real.
Yeah.
Friends of the show, like you guys aren't doing okay. Get out there and seek the help you need. If you don't know how to do that, reach out to your boy, Van, V-A-N, at Talk ABQ. I will do my best to help you out, friend of the show. But it doesn't seem like Mike McDaniel's well right now.
I don't know if Mike McDaniel's sober.
Well, there's that.
You know, because
That's
that was I mean, this is just me saying hearsay right now. But he looks rough.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he's hitting the Miami clubs late night. He's getting in line to go to 11 at 7 in the morning.
Whippets in the locker room.
I'm rooting for the guy because he's got a big personality, and I like that. And he's not like a traditional NFL coach. I like that. He has an untraditional approach to football. I like that. He's fun. I like that. He's weird. I like that. But I don't know if it's the skill people in Miami or if it's just on the shoulders of Tua turned the ball over. I don't know what it is for him that's not allowing him to be a successful NFL coach.
Well, they invested into Tua way too early. If they just waited, if they took the Jerry Jones approach and decided to wait to offer to a contract, I think it was
working out gangbusters for Jerry. See, they're both invested, but Miami's is out sooner and less money.
Well, only by $6 million.
Oh, but it's over sooner. It's not as long.
All right, looking forward to the game tonight. By the way, okay, let's put a pin in this. Your Bills are legit. They're fine.
We're gonna win a Super Bowl.
They're stacked top to bottom.
The Bills are winning a Super Bowl.
You have nothing
next
to worry
year.
about. Oh, is it next year? You keep kicking
first
the can
one in the
down
new stadium. He's been saying this.
I've been saying it for 6 years now.
Hey, your Bills going to win the Super Bowl next year, which you've been saying for years, is no different than my Packers take any given Sunday. You can. It's okay
a lot
to
of
lose.
rationalizations.
It's okay to lose to the Browns every once in a while.
No, it's not.
And a quarterback who's got AARP benefits. He had Joe Flacco had a double dose of Centrum Silver and Metamucil before Sunday's game to beat the Packers in his home stadium. Tonight at Howie Sports Page, the Detroit Lions go to Bodymore Murderland to face the Ravens. This one's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast.
You don't always get these elite matchups on nationally televised games. This one's going to be incredible. It's going to be fun to watch. The Lions offense, top to bottom, is just fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun. And on the other side of the ball for the Lions, you got Aiden Hutchinson with his hot-ass family and his weird face paint. It's so captivating. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, they might not even – the Ravens can win 8 or 9 games a year without throwing the ball. With just Lamar Jackson.
Well, and I think tonight's going to be a big one for him. What did Henry have last week? I mean, it was
embarrassing.
Minuscule.
A
guy like that doesn't have 2 games like that in a row. He comes out he was at the gym 22 hours a day this week instead of 20 or whatever.
I mean, the Lions got a really good defense, but I think, it's going to really come down to who has the ball longer. This game can either be a 10-7 match, or it can be a 54-51 kind of game. So on that note, that's why I'm hammering the over tonight.
I like that. No, I like it. But like, everyone's had a long week. Everyone's rested. So this is like the coldest absolute take in sports talk radio is, I guess we'll just see.
That's why they play the game.
Exactly. It's so stupid. But it could be a shootout because they both have elite offenses. But guess what? They both have good defenses too. So who is going to prevail? I think it comes down to like officiating. Like, how many flags are we going to see on deep balls? How many flags are we going to see on like rinky-dink holding penalties? Like,
late hits with the quarterback,
Sure.
Lamar getting out of the pocket. He tends to take a few more of those.
Mm-hmm. I do agree with you, Jake, and I lean on the side of a lot of high-powered offense.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch no matter what, especially if you're here at Howie's. It's going to be fun no matter what because each team has captivating players.
Yeah.
Like, there's people you want to see.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
It's going to be an exciting game. I think it's going to be an active game, and I think these guys are going to come at each other with a lot of adrenaline and a lot of energy because I think they both kind of need to prove a point to themselves right now because, they're both sitting at 1-1, and, one of these teams got to walk away with the loss. So, and they certainly both don't want to be it, and they have real serious playoff intentions, and they will both be in the playoffs. And that's why the Lions will beat the Ravens tonight because they have more of a chip on their shoulder.
I always pick the Ravens. The Ravens have been my Super Bowl pick for 3 years in a row, and it's not changing. So I'm always going to pick the Ravens no matter what.
You'll notice I'm wearing purple and black.
Yeah, baby. Luke, that's my favorite shtick you've ever done.
Yeah.
Jay, have you picked up on this shtick yet?
Yeah, I picked up with the Vikings.
So Luke Marquith, GM of Howie Sports Page, fashion icon, dare I say, this season has a new shtick where he wears the team colors that he predicts is going to win Monday Night Football.
It's a little bit of a nod to Lee Corso with the heads. It's a little bit of a nod to Payne Stewart, who would always wear the NFL color of the team where the tournament was.
I love it so much, and I agree with you. I think the Ravens will do enough to win tonight, and Derrick Henry has to have a bounce-back game.
Yeah.
You can't contain Derrick Henry, the best running back of our generation, 2 games in a row. There's just no way.
He's old.
I think he was a little emotionally drained. I think they all were after the Buffalo game.
Yeah.
Last week, and I just think that they come out refocused this week, and I feel like they're the best team in the league. I do too. I said that last year. I said that the year before. No, but this year though, I really believe it. Like, I actually wholeheartedly believe that the Ravens are the best in the NFL. I think that the Ravens and Buffalo are the 2 top teams in the league, and I think it's head and shoulders. I think everything else is a tier behind.
Yeah.
But I just think that, especially after week 1, Baltimore is the pick this year. I think Buffalo wants nothing to do with Baltimore in the playoffs after week 1.
I would be scared to see Buffalo against the Ravens. Yeah, for sure.
I think the Ravens are the best team in football, and I think that because it's just a complete team.
Yeah.
If you can shut down Henry, and maybe you can shut down Lamar's legs, but then you can't shut down. You can't shut down everything they do.
Keep in mind that the Baltimore Ravens were 1 drop pass away from being in the Super Bowl, and the Ravens match up better than anyone against the powerhouse Eagles.
Yeah.
Like, I believe that if Andrews would have caught that pass, they would have beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
I do too.
And I think they're on that path again. It's going to take some kind of another freak occurrence to stop the Ravens.
I personally can't trust a quarterback that has IBS. And Lamar does. The amount of times he has had to leave a game because he has to go take a dookie.
Well, it's only a couple plays.
Maybe it's part of his process.
Maybe. Yeah.
Superman had his phone booth. Lamar's got his stall.
Yeah.
Well, and now, like, they got the toilets on the sideline this season. Like, they're making it easy. There's
the guy years ago behind the hedge there on the sidelines.
They kept changing the rules for Tom Brady to keep winning. Look what they're doing for Lamar Jackson this year. They got porta potties on the sidelines.
you
They
can
got
only-
a bucket in the blue tent.
Yes,
I
they
think
do.
you can only number one in those toilets.
Disagree.
I think you got to run into the
Yeah.
facilities to hit the facility.
I don't know. I saw
Not-
somebody coming out of there with a book of matches.
Not with that attitude.
They
I
use
would do
vapes now.
I'd do sit on the sideline for sure. I wouldn't care if I'm in the trenches working my ass off with a bunch of incredible professional athletes. I'm like, boys, I will be back in 90 seconds. I got to get rid of this one. Got to drop the kids off at the pool. Let's go get a touchdown.
But it would matter how long it would take because do they supply a phone for you to sit there and have a little, in-game entertainment, do a little light reading, or are they bringing in the Microsoft Surface tablets with them and just doing watching plays while they have to take it?
I'm assuming it would be more of that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do a new thing personally, boys, and I hope everyone joins with me. You too, friends of the show. I'm raw dogging the toilet from now on. No more phone.
What about magazines?
No more phone. Well, you got the Uncle John's bathroom reader or whatever book you have, or just sit there alone with your thoughts for whatever it is, 30 seconds to 10 minutes, however long it takes you, whatever your constitution matters to you.
Well, I raw dogged a shit the other day.
What did you do?
I just sat there. And
No, you had an emergency and you had to run to the
No,
toilet.
my
And you
phone-
forgot your phone.
my phone was dead.
Oh, okay.
See, I've always been a big newspaper in the bathroom guy
Well, see, that's where it's at right there.
because worst case scenario, there's no paper.
Yeah,
You're not wiping your ass with your
Oh,
phone.
backup
You're not
plan.
wiping your ass with your phone, but you
Uh-huh.
take the sports page, you roll it a little. The key is you got to like roll it and soften it up a
You
little
gotta
bit for the
soften it
tush.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of roll it. You break down some of those fibers. You get it
You
ready.
spit
and-
on it a little bit.
Well, that's something different. But we're not going bidet here.
But then you wipe your ass with a newspaper. Then later on, you're getting ready for bed. Your lady leans over. It's like,
Well, yeah, my
Oh,
ass is
there's-
like
there's-
silly putty.
it's like, oh, there's peace in the Middle East.
Yeah, my ass is
oh,
like
that's
silly. No,
incredible.
she's reading Beetle
That's it.
Bailey off my left cheek, and
Finishing the crossword puzzle.
All right, boys. Had a hell of a day with you. Hell of a show with you, young Jake Cassio. Thanks for hanging out once
Yeah.
again.
Thank you for having me again. I love my Mondays here.
Hell yeah,
and
baby.
I'm sad I missed out last Monday.
Beer barrels all around, and we're done with this. Howie Sports Page, birthplace of the beer
Birthplace of
barrel.
the beer barrel.
birthplace of the beer barrel.
Get down to Howie Sports Page, giveaways at halftime, including Howie's branded T-shirts that say right across your back, birthplace of the beer barrel. GM of Howie Sports Page, Luke Marquith, thanks for hanging out, my dude.
Always love Mondays.
We left a lot on the table today. We can go for hours and hours, but I believe we successfully recapped the week of the NFL and look forward to next week. We will see you again next week, friends of the show. Thanks for hanging out. Love you.
Hi, Mom.
Love you. Love you. Friend of the show, we'll see you next week. Thanks for hanging out with us. You've been listening to Two Men On right here on Talk ABQ.